One of the most common questions that I receive is what are the different types of debt that are out there? I like to group debt into three different categories, what I call oppressive, working, and enriching debt. Oppressive debt is going to be debt that has a high level of interest associated with it. In the current environment, I would say it's anything over 10%, but if prime's at 3%, you can think of it as anything as prime plus 7%, or if it's 3 times prime, clearly that's expensive debt. Let's say, for example, that you have credit card debt at 20%. If you step in and pay that down, you get a guaranteed rate of return of 20%. I don't know any other investment that can deliver that for you. Anytime that you have oppressive debt in your life, you want to move as fast as you can to get rid of that. But all debt is not created equal. There are some other types of debt. Working debt is debt that you have acquired for a specific purpose, typically for the acquisition of an asset, such as a mortgage for a house, or maybe the asset is you and you've invested in your education and you have some type of student debt associated with it. And maybe the rate on this is in the 3, 4, or 5% range. And let's say that you have a mortgage at 3, 4, or 5% and your CPA says to you that it's fully tax deductible and your after-tax cost of that is 2, 3, or 4%. You might not want to rush in to pay that down. In fact, let's just do a really quick example. Let's say that you have a $500,000 mortgage and I give you a $100,000 bonus. If you step in and pay it down on that house, and then the next month you lose your job, you just lost access to that $100,000. You can't refinance your house, you don't have a job. You can't access that money, you just lost all of the liquidity and the flexibility, and on top of that, you just locked in a guaranteed rate of return of 2 or 3%. Now maybe that could be a good thing for you, but I think you want to be careful before you pay down that working debt. Enriching debt is perhaps the most powerful debt. This is the type of debt that companies have all the time. Think about it. Almost every Fortune 500 company has lots of cash and lots of debt. Look at Apple. Apple has billions of dollars of cash and billions of dollars in debt. They could pay off their debt anytime they want to. Why do they do this? It's because they value the liquidity, the flexibility, and the tax benefits associated with this debt. People can learn from these ideas. And when you have enriching debt, it's debt that you could choose to pay off at any point in time, but you're choosing to have as a part of a comprehensive, integrated, and holistic investment philosophy.